All right. Hello, everybody. This is Kelly. I have the privilege of online training with you with Emily and Chris, our two experts from Local Med. We have some new features to roll out to you called banner posting or banner ads, I guess, that on Local Med allow you to update and show information, everything from COVID check-in and screening to new patient or promotional type items. Want to make sure that you're using full capabilities of Local Med to get the best return on your investment. So Emily is my go-to person for helping you get launched, and Chris is our specialist for how you actually do it. So I'm going to turn it over to our Local Med team and let them show us what you have to offer. So Chris, Emily, take it away.
Awesome. Well, I think Chris is going to kind of run the show here today. As Kelly said, he's kind of the expert, essentially behind the scenes stuff, making sure everything's set up well and running smooth. So Chris, if you want to get started, and I'll probably bug you with some questions and stuff and make you go into some detail here and there.
Sounds good. So like Kelly alluded to, we are going to go over our banner announcement that we have. A lot of this right now, especially, is being used for COVID, but there are a lot of different ways that we can use it further than that. So basically what this banner does look like, and I'll share my screen here, is it's just a small little announcement here above the Local Med widget. This is our demo widget, but this is what it would look like to patients being able to see just a small announcement that you want to make. So this one here clearly is a custom one where it says, see our updated safety measures. And it has a link that can link out to more details that you might have, whether it's, your office protocols, different safety measures, if you want the patients to stay out in their car before they come into the visit, or if they're a parent coming in with their child, how you want to be able to handle that many people within your office, things like that we're going through right now with COVID is a very good and easy way to be able to explain how your office is going to be operating right now to your patients. And it's very upfront. It's very, go ahead.
Sorry. So in this page, just to be clear, this is the page that a patient would see when they click schedule online, whether it's on a website for that practice or your practice's Facebook page. This is the page that comes up, and that banner ad is always going to be there, right?
That is correct. Yes, it'll be here no matter which widget that we have the patients in schedule. Like you said, Emily, whether it's Facebook, Google, anywhere, Instagram, basically anywhere that you have the online scheduling, this is going to be there for them to be able to see. So this will be basically attached to all online scheduling that you have through the Local Med system.
Can you is that changeable where it says see updated safety measures? Could you even change that wording to like click here to see our measures or click here to read more? Can you change?
Yes. So this is customizable based upon it's a small message. It's only 50 characters long, but this is what it would look like on the back end if you were to go into your Local Med portal and set this up. Basically, where you set this up is in your Local Med portal by clicking the offices, and you'll see an announcement tab right here. And this is going to bring you to where you're able to enable or disable this. And then you can see where it says the COVID-19 notice or custom. And right below that is going to be the text that you have. Now, as of right now, it's only 50 characters. So it's a very small but concise message that can say anything from see our updated safety measures like this here, or anything along those lines, check out our office safety guidelines, things like that are very clear and concise. And then you can add whatever link that you want after that for them to be able to go into more detail and see exactly where they need to be before coming into the office.
So
this can also...
They would just log into their portal, click announcements, and it's that simple.
That is correct. Just making sure that we click enabled here, update it to whatever custom messaging that they want, and then hit save changes, and it'll be there on all of their widgets.
And so, for example, you have the procedure link. If they had their COVID protocols on their website, they would just copy that link and paste it. Is that correct?
That is correct. This can be whatever link that they have, whether it's something that they already have on their website, or if they want to create a page that's specifically dedicated to this. So if they want to create another separate page that has whatever information and other links besides on that, they can add that right here. That is correct.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Chris, you said, so this can be used, it's right now set up to be used as a COVID-19, safety notice, but this could be used for anything. So that notice text could say, click here, see our new patient specials, and then it's going to link to a page on their website or wherever that says, if you're a new patient, we've got all these promotions, come in and see us and all that information, or however they have it laid out, right? It could be used for anything.
Absolutely. And this can be changed week to week, month to month, however you want to do it. So if you have something coming, down the line, and you might be having like a 6-month like dental implant special, something along those lines, you can always add a custom message in here and then link them out to what those implant specials are, whether it's pricing, whether it's if it's different things with insurance, or if there's a payment schedule that they can get on, different things like that. Anything that you would like them to be able to see that is more custom and a little bit more in depth, they can definitely click that link and see anything that you want them to.
Could we go as far as with the crossover with Dental Intel, Chris? Could we put something on there about now DI payments are available online through the office, and kind of give an explanation of what that may be? We could do that as well.
Absolutely. Like I said, this custom message, while it is short, it's very good to be very concise. That way they don't have to read a bunch and then click a link. It lets them know exactly what they're going to be clicking for that link. So once you add the custom link there, you can put in whatever you want. So whether it's payments, whether it's specials, anything that is going to be healthy for your office and your practice at that time, you can have it whatever you want there.
So I like to think outside of the box, but let's say with Valentine's coming up, we could have a happy Valentine's from our team and a photo of our team, and click there and get our Valentine message or our Valentine special or anything of that nature. But if I'm understanding it correctly, we have to have some form of a landing page to link that to, correct?
Correct. And again, it can be something that's already existing on the website or external. So even if it's something like forms, that's like a PDF, that can be linked there as well. That can be there, or if you like you just alluded to there, create something that's custom based upon a different holiday or anything upcoming that's not always repetitive every single week or month. They can just create something like that and just link it here.
So could the form be as simple as a photo of the team and a message saying Happy Valentine's, Happy St. Patrick's, anything of that nature? That could be as simple as that form.
Sure. And that page you could have something that says just like that, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy XYZ holiday, and then below that picture or whatever the message is, have a schedule button right there. So it's just another way for them to click it. While they're already on the widget, you may not necessarily need to have that, but obviously having the online scheduling button anywhere is going to be healthy. But yes, that photo can be there. That way they can see the staff, they can see everyone that they're going to be coming in for that visit.
On the forms for COVID, as an example, they fill out the form online. Does that then go right into our practice?
So if they have any kind of new patient, so if they have any kind of new patient intake forms that they're already collecting from anybody online, if they add that link either here or an additional link to where like a page that they link out, patients will be able to fill that out right directly from there, and it'll come to them. It'll come to the office just like any other normal patient would have had they, gone in there and clicked that link from anywhere else. So as long as they
so it either go into their
so as long as they have it there.
Okay, so it either go into their email or, depending on how it's set up, right into their chart.
That is correct. Okay,
great. Do you have any samples of any of the other displays or images maybe besides the COVID?
Not necessarily from a display from actual custom messages and whatnot, but it's basically just another link that they would be able to click like you're seeing here. So this is what patients would see. And then once that link is added, you can do the read more. Once they click that, it'll just link to whatever page that it is that the practice wants them to see. I don't necessarily have another link for that. I do, however, have our COVID screener. If you want to take a look at that as well.
Yeah, while you're talking about that, though, I also saw, the Google and Yelp reviews. So we could have a link directing them to do a Google review, correct?
Sure thing. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And Kelly, something you mentioned too before we move on, with if you were just on the day of Valentine's Day saying Happy Valentine's Day from our staff, you could probably link right to a YouTube video or a Facebook
That's what I
Live
was thinking.
video of you
Yeah.
just, your staff with some decorations or something, and you could do that for anything. But I love that idea. I think it's super personable too. Personal.
That's great.
To clarify on the Google, as far as the review goes, those reviews are actually sent out once the patients are after they're already in the office and whatnot. So those are already being sent out automatically. So they wouldn't actually need to be prompted to do that again.
Back up a second. You might have just taught me something. When I have an appointment in the office, if I have local med, I'm getting a request for a Google review automatically?
It's an added feature to a couple of the practice management systems that we currently are using right now. It's Open Dental and EagleSoft. And basically what that is, it's any patient in the practice, not just the ones that are being scheduled through local med. So if we set that up, it's any patient, whether it's, again, Open Dental or EagleSoft at this time. We will be expanding that. But at this time, it is those two PMSs. And basically what it does is once that appointment that is in the appointment book is set to completed or done or whatever the verbiage is within that specific system, after a given amount of time, 10 to 15 minutes, it'll send a review request for them to be able to, that patient to be able to review. And again, that's not only limited to local med patients, that is all patients within their system that they close out. So again, that is an added feature, but
it's an added feature, so I'm assuming an added cost through local med that's now available.
That is correct.
And because I actually knew of that. This is something are our clients aware of? Is this something we should be promoting or do at another time, or a little bit on that? Emily, any thoughts?
I'd say we could dive into it another time. Like Chris said, it's not rolled out to all of our integrations at this point. So it's not that we can't talk about it. It's not quite as integrated as some of our other, like our scheduling, for example.
Okay.
So maybe at another time we could jump on and do a video just about that and kind of dive into that a little bit more.
But if somebody was interested, they could reach out to me. I'll put them in touch with you and you'll take it from there.
Absolutely. Yep.
Awesome. All right, Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry. You were talking about the COVID forms.
Oh, it's no problem. Stop me at any time. Let me know what else I can discuss. But just kind of, since we're already in the vein of COVID and whatnot, there is the ability to also add this little screener questionnaire. It's 3 questions long, and it basically is just kind of just making sure that we have the safety in place for patients coming in. Now, we can either have this one that is this it's not really a custom one. It's basically the same for all practices here. It's just a generic one that's based upon the CDC guidelines from COVID and what they suggest and recommend asking. So patients have the ability to answer these questions. If they were to hit yes on any of these, it will prompt them to then call the office, and then that way there can be a further conversation, just making sure that everyone is healthy and safe. So you can look out for you and your staff in the office. Now, you can either use this one or you can use a custom one if you already have one on your website and you'd like to keep that more internal. That's where we come here with this custom COVID-19 updated safety features and whatnot. So there's just different options. And that the patient screener is just right below the announcement right there. It's that patient screener, and all you do is click that and enable that. So those are the 2 options. But we do like this announcement banner here the best because you can customize it and then of course add any link that you like. So it's the one that we suggest the most to be able to use. And then once we're out of the woods with things like COVID, you can then use them for anything else that you want, like we've already alluded to, whether it's different holidays or specials, things like that. So it can be used whatever way that you think will benefit your practice. And it's never set in stone. If you want to try one thing for 1 week and then next week try it, or next month, whatever it might be, it can be changed at the drop of a hat just by logging into your local med portal and clicking on the office and then announcement and updating it however you need.
So with the COVID forms particularly, if one of our offices has third-party forms, let's say they're using another practice management software that also confirms their appointment, let's say, and it has that form, then this wouldn't be needed because it's redundant, correct?
Sure thing, yeah.
They can use it for some other
if that's already in, yes. So if that's something that's already in place and you don't want to bombard people with different things that they're already going to be getting anyway. This is just one more avenue to be able to expand all the different ways that patients can very quickly and easily see anything that you really want them to. So if you already have that in place, don't waste this on that. You can use it for the promotions and things like that to be able to expand what you offer to your patients.
Okay. And if I kind of going back to the reviews, if they don't have through any service anything about reviews, we could use that for that alone, correct? Like asking
for patients.
Yeah, like a Google review or a Yelp review or Facebook review. If they're not using one of the services that send them a post-appointment reminder, we could put that in there at this time, and that would help them as well, correct?
They wouldn't necessarily, a patient wouldn't necessarily be using that because they've already scheduled the appointment. They wouldn't come back through the appointment here to redo a review. However, if you want to, you could have them link this out to a page that already has a bunch of other people who have reviewed it, to where patients can look and read other reviews that are already out there. That might also be another healthy way to be able to use this here.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Well, these are great features. You got any other secrets to show us, Chris?
Oh, I don't think you pay me enough for that.
Well, I'll try, because I want to take care of our clients. I know you do.
No, absolutely. Yeah, there's always new things that we have to. Go ahead.
Sorry, I do have one just thing that I think is worth mentioning, and you might be able to add to, but another thing to note is that at the very end, after a patient has actually booked the appointment, on that confirmation page, they can then again link to that same, COVID-19 procedure or whatever is linked here, correct? So after it's actually booked, they can reiterate saying, hey, if they don't choose to put it on the banner, won't it show up that page as well? They could link to that to say, hey, here's all we're doing to make sure you're safe and something, whatever their safety precautions are.
We do. We typically use that one final link for things like forms in the confirmation email that we send them. We do kind of prompt the patients to be able to click on that to fill out the forms to basically save everyone time. Now, that link is not specifically dedicated to forms. So they could, in fact, use that link to be able to have that filled out there as well. And that just links out, again, similar to this procedure link here. It's basically whatever link that the practice in the office wants patients to be able to be sent to. So that can also be customized to whatever they want.
Cool.
So, Chris, I'm seeing over on the left, blacklist. What is blacklist?
Yes. So the blacklist feature is just basically if you have any patients that you do not want to schedule online, whether it's they have an outstanding balance, they're excessive no-shows, they may just be an unruly patient. Basically what that is the ability just to click that and then add in an email address. Since Local Med requires all patients to give name, date of birth, email address, and phone number to schedule, essentially by adding their email address to this blacklist feature, it will not allow them to schedule. It will prompt them to call the office to kind of be able to further get that appointment scheduled. So it's just a very easy way. So,
that's a great feature. I don't think many of our clients are really aware of. It's fantastic. I'll give you one of the little tips we do inside of Dental Intel. If they are, we'll call them blacklist, or we don't want to, or proceed with caution, we go into the practice management software, put their name in all capital letters. Then when they're on any of our lists inside of Dental Intel, all caps is proceed with caution. So it gives us the ability to stay clicking on the step and seeing why. We just know all caps means dig a little deeper before you schedule. So any other little pearls that maybe are being underutilized within Dental Intel that our clients could benefit from? I know I'm throwing you on the spot, Chris.
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, the same kind of concept with the blacklist is also being able to use that insurance coverage there. That's just another small one since I have it here on my screen right now. That insurance coverage gives us the ability to put different insurances that you and your office are in network with, as well as ones that you do not accept. So if there's any insurance that you know right off the bat that you don't accept, whether it's Medicare, Medicaid, for example, something like that, you can add that to the do not accept list. That way, if patients go in and schedule, they will be asked for a different form of payment. so that they're automatically already notified that that they're not able to use that method of payment. So it definitely helps with time. So if they come in, you might have a dissatisfied patient that did not know that you don't accept that. That's just a way to kind of proactively avoid that situation in the future.
Wow, there are so many great things that Local Med does in conjunction with DI. Just every time I get on with you guys, I learn something new. Are there videos available yet for training? I mean, this is why I like to do it with you, to get it hands-on and try to get what I can in pieces out to our clients. But are these videos up in DI or in Local Med yet on how to do some of these things? Or are they kind of self-taught? How do clients coming on Local Med, or that already have Local Med and they're not using it to its fullest, how do they get this information?
We do have some learning tools and links and whatnot that we can help provide. If we don't have ones that are specific to the exact things that we're speaking of during these videos, or if we decide we need to kind of expound upon those, we can certainly get those out to you and see which ones could be healthy for you and your clients to be able to see what these offices could be able to use. We could definitely make another video based upon that and kind of see what else is out there. And then, of course, if there's ever any comments or things that people would like to learn more about or think would be more helpful, we can maybe tailor different videos or different learning material directly towards that, if that's something that you think might be beneficial to offices out there.
Well, I'm making a note as we speak to cover like blacklist and fee schedule. I think this is something we could maybe do every month or every other month. That would be helpful.
The insurance coverage also has another piece to that, where there's the ability to add a custom message as well that we use a lot. So we could definitely go upon that, and that's just another quick way to have another custom message. And we can definitely get some more screenshots and kind of show exactly how that would work.
Yeah.
All right.
I think both Chris and I are more than happy to. I would love to set up something monthly or however often we need to jump on and kind of talk through how to do some of this stuff. We also have, I think, Kelly, you're a part of this page. We have a Local Med Power Users Facebook page, and Chris and my colleague Vanessa actually do a monthly, is it monthly, Chris, or bi-weekly video on
weekly, bi-weekly
out of Local Med.
So is that available?
Yeah,
if that's available to all our clients as well? I wasn't sure if that was coaches only. Okay, great.
Yep, I can. I'll send you that link, Kelly, if you want to include it with this video too. But that's a nice place. But anytime it's going to help, a bunch of your clients, Kelly, we can always jump on and do a more personalized video. But we do have I believe it's bi-weekly video of just tips to get the most out of Local Med, kind of right up the alley of what we're talking about.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Chris, anything else you want to show us today?
I think that's a lot of information right there. Obviously, if there's ever any questions, they can email those in directly to us. If there's any support or if people need help with this, can't really see it, but once you log into your portal, down there in the bottom right of the page, you'll see a little blue bubble. So if any of these offices here want to kind of go through this a little bit more in depth and get it set up, as early as today, all they have to do is log into their portal and then chat us, and we'd be happy to help.
Is that the chat inside of? Is that the chat inside of Local Med, or is it a chat inside of Dental Intel? The blue bubble.
It's both. Both portals have that, and they'll both be able to go to a dedicated support team that can help with either side of the question that they have.
Well, my favorite part about this, correct me if I'm wrong, the cost for this banner is zero, correct? This is something that they're already getting being a client of Local Med, Schwartz Consulting Group, and Dental Intel?
Absolutely.
That is great. All right. Well, I thank you both for your time today. If any of you have questions on how we can better help you and better use Local Med and Dental Intel together, please reach out to me. I will put you in touch with one of these two great people if need be, or they'll direct us in the direction we need. But let's get you using banner ads, and do me a favor. Once you start your banner ads, send me a link or a screenshot, post it on our Schwartz Consulting Group Facebook page, or send us a direct message. We want to see that you're using it and that you're getting results. So everybody have just a fantastic week. Emily, Chris, thank you very much.
Of course. Thanks for having us, Kelly.